Hello, honorable members of the Clan. So let's go back to the North Gauteng High Court in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. Guys, after the long adjournment, that's lunchtime, we awaited the state to state their objection with the authorities that Judge Rata had challenged them to come to court with. And guys, I will show you. This are notes from the defense submission this morning. I could write notes. I could take what they are talking about and then make a video. This is my notes. Blank pages of what I was supposed to jot down, what Mr. Sibanda was going to. Oh, what was he saying? What was Dr. Sibanda saying? You know, it got me thinking, Haibo, a whole doctor of law. A whole doctor of law was speaking gibberish. And none of the things that he said in his submission rebutted Mr. Mnisi's submissions. And I was like, you know what, Mr. Sibanda, I understand. I get you. Because you got shut down by the Constitution. The Constitution, being the supreme law of this country, it says in Section 35, 3, subsection 3, it speaks about a fair trial, fundamental constitutional right of the accused. How do you rebut that? You can't. You absolutely can't. That is why I said in my previous video, I am so interested to hear how you're going to rebut Section 35 of the Constitution. And guess what he does? He pulls the manipulator. You know the manipulator, right? Hapworth 1928. And I'm like, the audacity to quote a case that was almost 100 years ago. We live in a constitutional dispensation. That's where we live. And you're not going to bring us some old case that is almost a centuries old to override the Constitution. I mean, I don't know if you've read the Constitution, and it talks about any law or act that is inconsistent with the Constitution is invalid. How is Hapworth valid and can override Section 35(3) of the Constitution, Mr. Sibanda? Bring the Constitution and shut it down. And then, because Mr. Rata, on Thursday, if you remember very well, when he challenged the councils, he said he also has his own authorities. Clearly, these are authorities that, from our experience with Judge Rata, we're going to override the defense's submissions. But he did not see it coming when they were going to use the most persuasive precedent of all time in South Africa, and that is our Constitution. Shut him down. This is the shortest judgment Judge Rata has ever delivered. I mean, his opening sentence was, this application is granted. I was like, whoa. So you're not going to quote any authorities that persuaded you, sir? I mean, why? Because he was persuaded by the Constitution. The Constitution is the be-all, end-all, and all of that all. So now the state has an egg on their face, and now I'm just thinking about Mr. Mabasa. What could be going through his head right now? And let's go back to Dr. Sibanda. The man went so low in his submission that he ended up adding words into the mouth of Mr. Mnisi and Mr. Ramusipile, and as I had a shame. Where is it, Mr. Sibanda? When are you supposed to rebut the submissions, the constitutional rights of the accused to, because he volunteered? He's like, when I never have. And yeah, that is why this is what you are seeing. Empty. Because I couldn't pick up what on earth Dr. Sibanda was talking about. I thought he was going to talk about at least the prejudicism of the state's case, or even no prejudice against the accused. No, the man went as far now as adding words. And then, unfortunately, the microphone didn't seem to work properly on Judge Rata's side. So I could not hear what the discussion between Judge Rata as well as Mr. Sibanda. Because clearly, the judge was also hinting to Mr. Sibanda, or it sounded, at least what I was picking up, that, hey, give it up. Give it up, sir. Give this one up, because even my own long judgment that I prepared over the weekend, I'm discarding it. That is, if he has written a pre-conceived judgment, like, the Zungu. We will never forget that. We will never forget that. And then, after delivering his judgment, Judge Rata, I thought that was very, very nefarious, if not sneaky, of the judge to suggest that, okay, I know he wanted to get some kind of clarification, but the way it was put, I found it nefarious. Are you going to use the state dentist? And I'm like, no, the application was clear. When Mr. Mnisi introduced it last week, Thursday, that Mr. Mngube said there could be dual reports, one from the state and one from his own pocket. And now you want to use, and I could hear in my head my colleagues on this platform and everyone else that's following this case and watching at the same time, when it was suggested that he uses the state dentist, we were all saying, no! I'm sorry for screaming. I was like, Trima, please, Trima. And then I'm like, can Mr. Mngube understand what is happening? Because the first thing that came across my mind was Mr. G. The moment Mr. Mngube says, yeah, because I don't know how much it costs and it may cost a lot and I don't have that money, let's use the state's dentist because it's free. Well, taxpayers. And then we, in my head, I could not help seeing Mr. G running with all his files and maybe quickly checking out this dentist. What can he hold him or her against so that his findings. Oh, and then Mr. Mngube was like, with all the stuff that has been happening in this trial, I'm sorry, I don't trust the state and its apparatus. And I'm like, good shot. Good shot. We don't trust the state in this trial. That is their fault, because the public supposed to trust and believe in the state that is fighting for justice for us, the state. But now us, the state, we're like, no, don't do it, Mr. Mngube. Don't do it. So now it's falling back on Mr. Mngube to number one, find out the prices of orthodontists. And thank you so much. I can't remember who it was explaining to me the differences between an orthodontist, a dentist, and all. Thank you. I don't know these things myself. Even though there have been people, whenever they look at me and they have some kind of prejudice simply because I got gaps between my teeth. How dare you be this person who speaks this way? I'm not gonna go. I love my teeth. Like India Ari said, every freckle on my face is where it's supposed to be. Same goes with the gaps between my teeth. You can go for me as much as you want. I love them. It's my signature. It's what makes who I am. So I don't know the differences between these things. Yes, I've had a toothache before and I removed it here on one of my, what do you call these things, quadrants. So that's about it that I know about a dentist. Now, insertions and all of the stuff growing up, it's something that I promised myself I will never put a tattoo on my body, and I'll also never put any insertion on my teeth because I've got ambitions. And sometimes when you sit in an interview, that's what you get judged on. The moment you go, and everybody's already like, this is not a good candidate for our company. Maybe you can get away with it in government, but in corporate, so if you got insertions, whether it's silver, bronze, gold, and you're going to interviews and you're wondering, why am I not getting the job? I promise you, if you went and removed that, there'll be a lot of a difference. That much I can tell you. Yeah, they will never tell you because it's unfair discrimination. So I'm just letting you know. And if you have a tattoo that is take some makeup and whether you're a guy or a woman, put some makeup on it and try not to put it this way when you're talking. Try speaking in this direction so that the tattoos are not visible. Yeah, consequences of being I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. But anyways, yeah. So the defense backed this one on the grounds of the Constitution. Brilliantly put. And Judge Rata could never rebut that with any authority from any British colony. You can never. You can't even go as far back as 1928 either. It's not persuasive. The Constitution of this country is persuasive because it's a constitutional right to have a fair trial in this country. So, yeah. Right now, hopefully, I've seen a lot of people already asking, "Hey, how can we contribute?" I don't know how. We've been on this route before, and we were never provided for with what needs to be done. So I don't know. I don't know how much the private practitioner is going to cost, etc., and so on. Hopefully, it's no more than 1,000 rand. I don't know. I wouldn't know, honestly speaking. So then, since there was those discussions, and Mr. Mngube said he doesn't trust the state's apparatus, which we also don't. So Mr. Mnisi is going to find out some information, including the dentist or orthodontist they are going to use and the price. Well, he suggested that they return tomorrow, but the state suggested they return on Thursday because Judge Rata also wants to know if the state can assist or something. And I'm thinking, did you hear Mr. Mngube, sir? But I also get it. I get it. I do get it. So then the state says, well, we are going to also find out, but give us until Thursday. So the trial has been postponed until Thursday when everybody comes back with the information regarding the prices and the practitioner that is going to do this. And I guess they are going to postpone it again so that Mr. Mngube goes through the examination. But there is also recess, the court recess. I think it starts on Friday or something like that. And Ms. Mshololo, Mr. Mnisi, who says he's exhausted. I mean, seriously, he is exhausted. I truly understand. And also Mr. Ramusipili, who is crying about his practice that is actually struggling because of the trial. Therefore, he will not be available. Same goes with Mr. Mshololo. Mr. Ngumalo's like, I'm available, but okay, that's cool. I understand with Mr. Ngumalo. I think he's still pretty young and he doesn't have like a very busy practice, and so he has committed himself fully to the trial of Senzo Mewa. So I think I understand his position. What else that I'm leaving behind? And the rest we are going to talk about it in the live tonight. I want to hear your thoughts. I really want to hear your thoughts. I want to probably even have some call-ins. I will drop the link of the live and let's have a discussion. Let's celebrate for once, and because this is an addition to the. But then again, hey, we already said we can see what's going on type of situation, and that me and my empty piece of paper signing out until tonight in the live. Please don't leave the video without liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.